Hey everybody, welcome to this Microsoft Flight Simulator video. So a couple of years ago I was browsing around on Reddit on one of the flying subreddits, probably just r flying, and I noticed that somebody posted a video of a crop circle out in Livermore. And Livermore is where my home airport is, that's where I fly out of in real life. And I decided I was going to go and investigate and see if it was actually there or if it was just kind of an elaborate, edited image just to make something look fun. And I actually did find the crop circle. It's a crop circle of the Rebel Alliance. You can actually take a look at that video up there. You'll see a card kind of pop up. Click on that. You can watch that video. It's really short. It's like 30 seconds or less. Tonight I was flying around in Flight Simulator, and I decided I was actually doing some approaches at Livermore, and I figured, hey, you know what? I'm going to go and take a look and see if that crop circle is actually represented in the game. And turns out it is. So what I'm going to do is put together a real quick flight here. I'm going to be doing this in VR, and I'm going to take you from Livermore Airport over to Meadowlark Field. And the reason I'm not taking off at Meadowlark is because it's a private field in real life, so I generally wouldn't be able to take off from there anyway. But I'll kind of get to show you a real path on how to get there so that you can go and check it out in real life, or you can take off in the simulator and go check it out yourself as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So here we are at the home screen of Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to jump into the world map. If you guys want to fly this exact same route and go and find this Rebel Alliance Insignia, it's pretty simple. First thing I'm going to do is actually change the time. I want it to be just in the afternoon. Maybe, well, let me go ahead and pick Livermore Airport. I've already got it here, but you can search for it. It's Kilo Lima Victor Kilo. There we go, and that'll change your clock down to local time here. I'm going to zoom back out and just make sure. We're already departure, 25 right is fine. I'm going to go ahead and make the time about 2 p.m. Yeah, 2:07 is fine. Now, if we zoom back in on Livermore Municipal Airport, you'll notice that there's one airport really close, just a little bit to the east, a little bit to the southeast here. This is Meadowlark Field. The Rebel Insignia is right here. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on Set as Arrival, and we'll just load into this and head along on our way. Here we are lined up on 25 right at Livermore Municipal Airport. Winds are calm. I'm going with no radio today because I don't want to talk to tower. I just want to show you something cool. So we're going to switch off frequency and pretend like we're at an uncontrolled field. Let's go ahead. We got our lights on. We got our flaps up. We are good to go. Go full power. And we'll start rolling down the runway. You may notice a couple of graphical issues as we fly over there. I just downloaded the latest patch recently, and they were introduced in that patch. I'm sure they'll be fixed here pretty soon. I'm looking at my airspeed, and we're getting to 55, so rotate. We'll climb at about 75 knots. We'll start our turn. And now we can get our landing and our taxi lights off. Things like that obelisk over there, which obviously don't exist in real life. There are a couple of other graphical glitches. You'll notice that the pond over here looks very, very algae infested. It's not. And you'll notice the textures are kind of popping in and out based on how I move the plane. It looks that way whether I'm in VR or not, so I'm assuming that it's just a texture issue that was introduced, and probably some kind of a mesh issue that was introduced in this latest bug. So essentially all I'm going to do is use my navigation here. I'm going to follow that magenta line, and we're going to head over to Meadowlark Field. And we're going to find that Rebel Insignia. Livermore Airport over there. We're on the left base for the 25s. And we will be flying over the city of Livermore. our way over to Meadowlark Field. It's basically where that obelisk is over there, that bigger one, the wider one. We got 580 over there, one of the highways. Goes into the Altamont Pass through those mountains. Nice little calm area to fly. And we're going to climb up to about 2,000. We may descend once we get closer to the private airfield. Now, while we're en route, I wanted to run an idea by you, or make an announcement of sorts. Last year, I put out a video where I talked about my goal, and my goal was to release one video a week throughout 2020. And I said I didn't really care if it was aviation related, or if it was, you know, cooking, or just a general vlog. And I pretty much hit my goal. I started my Cook Along live series to keep people connected through the pandemic. That has been a pretty big success. I'm very happy with it. And it accomplished its goal, and I accomplished my own goal of posting one video a week. This year, I have a different goal. I would like to post 3 videos a week, one of them being my cook-along on Sundays. That's not going to change. It's going to stay at 4:30 on Sunday nights. This week, we're doing chicken enchiladas. If you want to join in, I'll be posting the ingredients list to Instagram tomorrow. I also want to do a Tutorial Tuesday. And Tutorial Tuesday is going to be going back to my roots, and it will be DCS or Flight Simulator or General Aviation, you know, focused tutorials, Flight Simulator tutorials on how to use the various aircraft in DCS world, how to do certain things in various aircraft in, you know, general simulation, etc. So that is one of my goals, Tutorial Tuesday, and Friday Night Flights is going to be shifting slightly. This is actually going to be the first Friday Night Flight video that I post. It's going to be more of a premiere or a scheduled video, and every so often might be a live stream, but it will be a non-tutorial aviation related post. And I'm going to pause right there on that announcement. Go ahead and leave your comments or leave your thoughts on that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. But while you guys do that, I'm going to say that that is Meadowlark Field down there. And we're coming at it from a slightly different angle. Yet you can see the Rebel Alliance Insignia right there in that field, adjacent to the runway. Now again, this does exist in real life. I posted the video up in the title card up at the top of the video a little bit earlier. I'll also include it in the description below. You can actually watch me fly by it in a real-world flight. And what I'll do is I'll actually just make a loop over here and give you kind of the same angle as what that video looked like. So yeah, what do you think? 3 videos a week, one of them continuing to be my Cook-Along Live, one of them being a tutorial video, DCS tutorial video, and one of them being a general aviation video, either a vlog or maybe a hardware review or something like this where it's just kind of fun. Hey, I found this in Flight Simulator. Hey, we did a mission in DCS, here's the recording, that kind of thing. And then maybe once in a while, maybe putting a live stream up there as well. Let me know what you think about that schedule, that goal of mine, in the comments below. I definitely want to produce content that you guys are going to enjoy, and I know that a lot of you started with me when I was doing my DCS World tutorials. And here we go. Here we go from the other angle. This is essentially the same view from the video that I linked in the description and up in the title card. So, kind of fun. I'm pretty stoked that the homeowners there, the property owners there, actually have that there. They actually took the time to make a pretty cool crop circle, and that it was still there, at least at the time of whenever Bing Maps got their satellite imagery for the flight simulator game. Alright, we're going to go ahead and richen up our mixture. We'll pull back our throttle a bit. Maintain level flight so we can slow down. And get my landing lights and my taxi light on. We'll go ahead and trim for level flight at this new power setting. About 2,000 RPM. That should slow us down enough for our approach into Livermore. And I'm going to stay here at 1,400 feet. Flying over the city of Livermore, heading towards 580, the freeway. And Livermore runs parallel. The 25s run parallel to the freeway. You can see Livermore out there in the distance. And we'll watch our altitude here. And we'll turn to line up with the runway. So essentially I'm changing the theme of the channel to be flying, food, and fun. And that is just to kind of encompass my love for aviation, my love for cooking, and just kind of generally being a foodie. And my love for just other things that are kind of fun. I grow my own garden. I'm going to get that started. I might post videos about that, maybe not sure yet. But it's not going to be like a full gardening series. It might just be like, you know, garden tours or something like that. But just kind of thinking of ways to make content that will be exciting and engaging, and really kind of, you know, show off my personality and what I enjoy doing, while also maintaining an entertainment level that you guys will enjoy and relevance to what you guys originally signed up for. Go ahead and get 2 notches of flaps in. And pull back to about 1,500 RPM. We're a little bit high, so I want to descend a bit quicker than normal. And that was 100% my fault for talking instead of focusing on my approach. Now you'll notice there are 2 lights to the left of the runway. Those are PAPI lights. They're basically precision approach lights. If you're too high, like I am, they're white on white. White on white means you're high as a kite. When you get white on red, or I guess red on white, you're all right. And then if you get a little bit too low, if you start sinking a little bit, you may see red on red. And red on red, if you're too low, well, it kind of means your name is Fred. Or something that rhymes with that. So being too high is always better than being too low, for obvious reasons in a plane. But being on glide slope like that is even better. And we'll go ahead and pull our throttle back. And we'll start our round out. And then we'll just kind of hold the airplane off the runway until we touch down. There we go. We'll get our flaps up and we'll just roll to the next taxiway. We're not in a hurry. This is a long runway. Just apply a little bit of brakes. We got our flaps up. We will lean ourselves for taxi. And we'll pull off at this taxiway. So hopefully you guys give this a try. Hopefully you guys go exploring. Take a look for this Rebel Alliance Insignia. Maybe you've already found it. If that's the case, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about that. Same thing in the real world. If you guys go flying and decide that you want to go and you're flying over Livermore and you want to go ahead and take a look and see if you can find this insignia, go ahead and find Meadowlark Field on your chart. And just make sure you maintain your appropriate altitude from the ground. You are flying over a building and people on the ground, so 1,000 feet, you should be good. But let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think about the new schedule. You guys think the Tutorial Tuesday schedule will work? Is that something that would be interesting to you? The Friday night flights being more of a series and less of a live stream. And of course, Cook Along Live. How are you guys enjoying that? I really, really enjoy producing that, so I'm hoping you guys are at least finding it somewhat entertaining. And we'll go ahead and park right here. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on this flight. Yeah. Go take a look for this Rebel Insignia. It's kind of fun. Kind of fun to find things like these in-game. And I will see you on Sunday for Cook Along Live, and hopefully next week for Tutorial Tuesday, our first episode. We'll be starting with the SU-25T. I want to redo that series with the increased aviation knowledge I have now, having an actual pilot certificate, and also at the same time in parallel working on the A10C2 as well, and then we'll move on from there. We will do more tutorials on more aircraft, but I want to kind of get the series started with those two planes, one freeware plane and one popular and I don't want to say easy to fly, but easier to fly, more advanced complex plane. So see you guys next week. See you guys in the next video, and hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend. And if you're cooking along this Sunday, we're making enchiladas. I'll post the videos on Instagram, so be sure to follow me there as well, at Psyrix, P-S-Y-R-I-X-X, and you'll get the ingredients list. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great night, everybody.